Okay, so here we are. We're starting at the back. You can see the rig going forward there. So we're going to be starting at the back. Each one of these will be kind of done individually. But I'm going to be putting like whole sheets along here. You kind of see this here. Right, so I'll be doing that. So my process actually is I've been going through and wiping everything down with alcohol, and then a bit like a double-sided tape along here to kind of hold it up, and then the corrugated that'll be here. I'll show you that. So the corrugated, which this is the back piece here, it had all that like aluminum foil on it, right? So I won't be using any of that. I will be basically taking sheets of this, and I'll clean this whole thing up, and I'll actually put some double-sided tape on here. I was going to use like super, 88 or whatever it is, like a contact adhesive, and I kind of thought, no, just going to put strips on here. And the reason I'm going to insulate this, get rid of that aluminum crap, and put a layer of that on, is because there'll be a layer here on this one, and then underneath the entire rig will be another layer of this. So this will be right against the floor in each section, and you'll kind of see that there. I'll give you an example here real quick. And again, I apologize about the really crappy like videoing or whatever, but anyway, so this will kind of be, other than this one's not cut right, this one's probably more appropriate right there. So you'll actually see that, and that'll be kind of right up against the floor like that. But because there's all that like corrugated floor or extruded floor, it'll actually create an air gap there, which will actually increase the R value of this. And then the other advantage is there'll be the corrugated here, and there'll be another piece of it on top of that. So really it's going to have like 2 layers of that insulation in here, and then like an air gap in between the two. So I'll try to do, like I said, I will try to do my best with like recording what I'm doing. I didn't really finish recording the front of it when I was working on that, but you know, I don't know, I got no excuse there. I was just in a hurry, and I guess not in a hurry, I just didn't want to record, I guess. Anyway, this one is kind of more like, this is what an ATC looks like. This is what I did to solve a problem that is a pretty major issue if you're going to use this anywhere outside of temperatures that are below 40 degrees or like above 90. So this one's perfectly fine, I guess, if you live in some middle ground area, some unicorn area, you know, like maybe the middle of California towards the coast or something like that, or Florida. Well, not even Florida, honestly. Anyway, so some unicorn location is perfect for these things. But outside of that, I'm going to be building what I call an Idaho edition. And again, all this will be insulated. You know, each one of these sections will have a piece up inside there, and then there'll be another piece, you know, like down below, right on top of the corrugated. So kind of like, so basically what you'll see is, you know, it'll kind of be like that. Like you'll have your piece of corrugated, and then this other piece of insulation like that. And then up here will be another piece. And then right here with the corrugated will be this piece, right? So, and each one of these is supposed to be R23. This is vacuum bonded insulation. So I guess here's that perfect, oh, bummer. Sorry, I'm probably not even holding the camera right. I'm busy staring at the hole and not the process, I guess. Hold. Do your job. Even though I half-assed you in there, do your job. I mean, other than obviously this is the wrong size, but That'll kind of give you an idea. Like this piece will be up against the floor, and then you'll have that. Anyway, talk about redundant overtalk. Okay, cool. So there's that. Again, I apologize about my very inappropriate recording. But again, we're gonna try to solve that problem right there, the extreme lack of insulation. Oh, actually, hang on. You might care, you might not care, who knows? I'm trying to actually run the batteries down by running some other stuff on there so that they'll charge better. But I did button it all up, but this is kind of what I did, right? So let me try to get my hand in there. So insulated, this is the frame wall here, you can't do nothing about that. But insulated, all insulated in the roof, all insulated in these walls. And then all around the generator. I did leave a couple of gaps in here because I'll be installing, oh yeah. So this is, there's nothing on these water lines, guys. Nothing, right? These are strictly, literally the water lines coming from the main tank up front all the way back here. And that gray that you see right there, sorry, let me freeze right there. That's the only part of it that's heated. And I kind of get why they did it right there, because like these right here, this is kind of cut out around the corrugated. But there's nothing here, man. Nothing right here. And remember, there's nothing here either. Like there's absolutely no corrugated, no nothing here. And that water line right there, that one that you see right there, that one right there is 100% exposed to elements. That's the one that comes out front, right? That one right there. So there, that one is right there. Now I'll show you what I did inside, and I'm sure that there'll be some, keyboard police or something that probably gonna be all over these videos, honestly. I may just turn the comments off because, I really don't care. This is just for people to watch. Entertainment purposes only. So anyway, so this is the water line, or actually this is another water line. This one right here is the one that actually comes from the pump, Chief, up to, or from the tank to the pump. And then there's these. And then there's just a piece of that corrugated right here, right? So if you're driving and it's any level of cold weather, you kiss all of this goodbye, all of it. So again, there's the underside of this thing. And that is the level of insulation that you'll have on this bad boy. And that's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to make this thing what I'm now dubbing the Idaho edition. So let's go ahead and fire this up. Don't mind this. I haven't done the water softener thing yet, so don't jump me on that thing. So what I did was I went ahead and yeah, you're probably hearing like all of this, right? Okay, so I cut this water line, and this is good PEX, right? But anyway, these suck. Like these are, anyway. So I bought this little chintzy valve at like an RV place, right? There it is. So right now, with it pointed this direction, it goes from this line that I put in to the line that goes right there, and that line right there goes out to, that spigot up front, right? So there's where it goes, right out to the spigot in the front. Now what I did is, because I'm probably, honestly, with having a spigot out front, I have no idea why I would want a shower, but that's just me. There's a shower inside, use that, unless you're really that nasty. If you are, you got bigger issues. But anyway, so what I did is I put this valve in. Now, when I turn this valve this way, like sideways, this line goes past through and there's nothing to here, right? So when I close this valve right here, it goes from here to the front. And what I did was I'd basically just kind of put it in right here, and there's a cap on the other side, but I can hit that with air and blow that thing out so that when I'm traveling, I don't have any water at that spigot out there at all whatsoever. So it's not going to freeze, it's not going to do anything, and if it does freeze, there's no water in it anyway, so we're good to go. So that's what I did to try to rectify that issue. I do have a little ballast tank that I'm going to be putting up in here so that this pump doesn't cycle as often as it does, just so it's got some kind of a reservoir. And then, yeah, I'll be putting a water softener in here. Would have been kind of cool, actually, if they had kind of maybe re-engineered where the tanks were, and then just put like a boat pass through right here and had like your water line and your electrical actually just go through the floor. That'd be so much prettier and aesthetically pleasing to what they did. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Huh? What you doing? It's 8 degrees outside, man. What, you trying to stifle out something? Sting me later, buddy. Anyway, so that's what we did. I actually put that insulation behind this door. I took this shower out because I'm not going to use it personally, but other people probably would. I took it out and I put a piece of that insulation inside here. I also did the same thing here. Put a piece of insulation back inside here. There's nothing going on here because there's no water in it to begin with. But anyway, so I put a piece here and I put a piece here. Same thing that I did up in the front, right? So it's got a piece of this stuff like that, right? This is what I was trying to cut out because I was trying to get around each one of those little valves in the shower, and then I'm like, that outside shower, and I'm like, nah, forget it. So, but other than that, there she is. She's all put back together, looking sharp. You know, basically the same. I had a lock on a different camper, so I kind of put that on there. But I did pressurize the system just to make sure that we didn't really have any big leaks or anything like that. And then it does have this venting. I'm assuming that, you know, the air intake is here, and then just the weight of propane would push it down through here, and then it would escape through the floor. I actually hooked a little dryer duct right here, so it can actually vent out to atmosphere from here, just in case that really is a big deal. But I think that if these tanks are leaking, you got like a bigger issue. But the other thing that I did inside here was I put an extra layer of like sound deadening like insulation in here, and that seemed to really help. So you can hear that now. That's no insulation, 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 right? So inside the fifth wheel, with that in the top and the insulation that actually surrounds. So even above this piece here, there's insulation above that too. So it's just solid. So you still have good ventilation here. It still sucks the air in here, puts the exhaust out and the air, hot air out right there, which I'm gonna build a nice little system underneath with the corrugated and stuff to protect all that. And then again, don't forget, that literally like ripped out. You can see that there, that totally ripped out of there, because it doesn't line up. See, it doesn't line up in any way. So it's not that you couldn't bend this out and fit that, but I actually didn't even know that this was completely loose. So I bought a more robust one. So this will have a clamp on it that'll go around the exhaust pipe. And then this one has a much better isolation system on it. This is what I, you know, not something this small, but this is normally something that I would run like on my exhaust. Like when I redid the Aqua Hot on my motorhome, these are the clamps that I used on that. They last longer. I mean, the last one that was on my motorhome is nearly 20 years old, and it really didn't need to be replaced, but I hit a road gator with my motorhome, and it ripped all of that. Oh wow, you can't see that at all. So coming out of the end of this, the exhaust comes out and it kind of goes like that direction, and yeah, you can't really see it. That sucks. Anyway, so I redid all that exhaust and everything, and then when I did, I put a new hanger in there just because this motorhome is older. But anyway, so all put back together, everything's looking sharp. I did caulk, so between that aluminum bar and then where this like fascia comes back on, like so between here and here. There's an aluminum piece that's right here. That's like this upper structure, right? There's nothing between there and there as far as like any kind of sealant. So I ran caulk along that whole edge right there, in addition to caulking the tops of these again, which I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a caulker, right? I don't know who came up with that stuff, but kudos to you if you do a good job. I did tape all this and try to make it look nice and pleasant and stuff, but you know, when you're coming along here and it's, you know, across the diamond plate, like I said, I'm not good at caulking. But anyway, so I did run it all along the top there, and so now those two pieces are actually sealed together. And this is that, you know, again, I have an issue with this being on the front, especially, you know, if you got snow or ice or anything like that, or even just cold temperatures in general. The fact that you can't actually bypass this is kind of an issue for me. Anyway, okay, so there's that. There's the end of this bambling video, and I'll try to get some more videos as I start to put the back end together. All right, have an awesome day.